Giving Tuesday, a day celebrated around the world dedicated to acts of generosity. Thousands of nonprofits are participating in the annual event, including the Salvation Army. The Metro Detroit branch will be matching all digital donations, dollar for dollar, up to $25,000. You can find a full list of nonprofits to donate to in the area at sharedetroit.org/GivingTuesdayDetroit. Last year, on Giving Tuesday, $3.6 billion was donated by Americans, according to GivingTuesday.org. There's a lot of ways to give to groups over the holidays, and some ways are safer than others. Nakia Mills with the Better Business Bureau joins us now to talk more about this. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
What is the first thing that people should keep in mind?
Well, the first thing I like to remind people is because the biggest thing we hear is people thought they donated to a real organization, and it wasn't. So we want you to make sure that it really is the organization you think it is. Because this time of year, you know, the whole holiday season, not just today, everyone is in that giving spirit, and scammers know that. So they'll do little tricks. You know, there are so many different funds that have cancer, for instance, or something for pets or humane or, you know, those sorts of things. So they'll use a similar name. So you want to make sure that you're really giving to the organization you thought you were. So check that address bar, make sure it's a secure site, and do research on the website. If it's the real website, you should be able to see who the officers are. It should have some information about the financial impact, how funds are used. If you don't see a lot of detail on the site, that should be a red flag.
Yeah, that's like, it could be sketchy. You never know.
Yep.
Now, I know that sometimes people can feel pressured into giving, but they shouldn't feel like that, right?
Exactly. So you'll get these telemarketers or even still door-to-door people. You don't have to. I know in our hearts, you know, and people have very strong stories. And that's another thing, you know, the emotional appeal of it all. So regardless of if it's online and it's very emotional that you feel connected, or if there's someone in your face or on the phone sharing a story, just still slow down. Don't be ruled solely by emotion. Do your research. In any legitimate company, they're going to want you to be comfortable with that donation. So they want you to research.
Absolutely. You talked a little bit about doing your research before donating so you don't fall victim to these scams. Do people fall victim quite often this time of year?
Well, you know, this time of year, you do see that increase just because scammers tend to be like marketers. Different times of year, they target different purposes. This time of year, they know a lot of people are in that giving spirit. So we do tend to see a little bit more volume of people making those sorts of requests. But we just say, look them up at give.org. That's the BBBY's Giving Alliance. And you can see a report on charities there to help hopefully save you from a scam.
Absolutely. If people want to learn some more, what are some ways and some spots that they can go to learn some more information?
Give.org is a very big one, but also in general for bbb.org/holidays, it's all the tips to just protect you from any sorts of scams happening this holiday season and being a wise shopper.
Okay, perfect. And then also, before we go, some quick travel tips. Do you have those?
For the people who maybe aren't doing so much Giving Tuesday, but Travel Tuesday, just be careful. Fine print for these deals. The main complaint, people think they got something, but it's not refundable, or you're charged more, you know, the seats and then the bag, and these fees add up. So just make sure you really know what you're getting into. Read the fine print today.
All right, Nakia Mills, thank you so much for joining us. Always a pleasure to have you.
Thank you so much.
Such an important topic, too.